Welcome back to Get to Know, where you get to know the company, the business, and the people behind the business. An incredibly special guest on our show today. We have Sharon Master and part of the Leaders Club, Tan Chung Hock. Welcome onto the show. Just wanted to ask, how did you first meet Atomy?
I have three children. Okay, and I used to work for a multinational company in the electronic industry for almost 35 years. So during the times when I work for this electronic industry, a lot of pressure, work day and night. Sometimes a weekend we also need to work. And I used to see doctor, the medical doctors say, "Hey, Mr. Tan, your pressure is very high. Can you relax?" So I was talking to the doctor. I say, "Well, I have three children. I need to, bring them up, and all these expenses I need to support, So I need to work hard in order to, support my family. So I got no choice. So at that time, my pressure was 160, 170, very high. So I asked myself, if there's a chance, how can I change the job? But during the time, because one of the best income is from the electronic industry. They give us a very good income, a multinational company, like company from USA, Taiwan, and all these countries. And they set up a factory in Singapore. There was 1970, 1980 during the times, okay? So I tell myself, well, if I have a chance, I think I would like to, have my own business, and then also have an income, and also have my time freedom, time freedom. So during the times where I working for people, so I have one classmate get involved in the so-called MLM company, we call A company. And since graduate, he never worked for people. He, joined this MLM company. And when we make for, gathering, and he show us his income, he say, my time freedom, and also financial independence because of doing this. So I asked myself, how can you do it? But during the times before year 2000, Singapore government not allow MLM company to set up in Singapore.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Only after year 2000, then Singapore government say, okay, MLM company, it's okay, but you need to register a company here. So before that, we cannot do anything, So if we want to do MLM business, then you need to join Malaysia, And Singapore, Malaysia is very close, and we have this so-called just walk over, So when I was young, my father was talking to me. Hey, you hold an engineer job, and you got a very good income. Why you go and do all this, selling soap powder, detergent, all these things? And why not you find a wife and settle down? So, when you want to get involved in this MLM company, you need to spend the time. And afterward, you need to go and attend meeting, blah, blah, blah. So, okay, anyway, I listened to my father's advice. And also, another thing is, one of the American company talked to me. Hey, Mr. Tan, you work for us for quite some time. We're going to send you to USA. Okay? And you work in USA, and you pick up...
This is the electronics company?
GE, General Electric.
Oh, okay.
General Electric in the USA is a big company. Yeah. I used to work for the semiconductor division, in the Silicon Valley, USA Silicon Valley. Oh, so I said, wow, it's a good opportunity. Why not? Then the company would say, hey, if you work in the USA, you will add value to yourself, add value to yourself. Yeah, not many people will be selected to go overseas, like particularly USA, and USA electronic industry is very advanced. And also another thing is because I was in quality engineering, I'm responsible for quality engineering. So I was certified by the US American Society for Quality Control as a certified quality engineer. That's add value to me. So since I work in this big company, so when I come back, so for this GE, I worked for them about 16 years. But at the end, the company decided to close the operation in Singapore and relocate to China. So
All right. So they closed down the branch that you're working at.
That's right.
Oh, goodness.
So anyway, then the time my children still young, so I look for another job. It's lucky that because I went to US and I have experience and also I've added value to myself. My quality engineer is a certified quality engineer by the USA, So I can find a job easily. But on the other hand, I need to continue with the pressure, working in the industry, right? So only when I reached the age of, that was about 10 or 11 years ago, I decided to retire, okay? And at the time I was at the age of 56, 57, okay? So that times why I retired, because at that time some of my 3 children already grown up. Now they have a own family, the 3 children, okay? So in that case, my so-called responsibility is okay now. So only thing the time, okay? So then I tell myself, in this case, what can I do? Okay, I cannot just retire like this. So 2012 December, one of my friends from, 2 of my friends, one from Taiwan, one from Malaysia, came to me and talked to me. Now before that, this was 2012. Now before that, I spent almost 3 years in doing the so-called internet setup, because I was a so-called engineer, so I quite familiar with the so-called internet. At that time, I know the internet business is a trend. Okay, so I work with my son to set up a company to do the business platform, set up business platform for company who want to set up, in the so-called internet. So that was my our own business. But 2012, this lady and gentleman came to me and talked to me. Hey, Mr. Tan, I know you are doing the this business platform for people, but it's just a tool. Now I get to know one of the business where they have a products on this internet. I say, what is this? What is this? Then he said, oh, Atomy, Atomy. Well, never heard before, 2012. Then he said, well, let me give you some idea. I said, what kind of product they have? Oh, we have 300 over products. Okay, dealing with the household, like, detergent, blah, blah, blah. So I'm thinking, well, if the business is to do with the household product, repeatable business, it's a long-term business. Oh, I want to know. So they try to explain to me what the product they have. So I said, well, you have 300 over product. Can you share with me? What are the top 2 products? I cannot buy all the products. Then they say, well, the top 2 product, as you know, Hemohin is number 1, okay? And number 2 is the times we call skincare 6. Now we call FAME, F-A-M-E. That time we call skincare 6. So I say, okay, do you have these 2 products? Because I always believe this is so-called household products, consumable products. Then I need to try, whether it's good or bad. because I was a quality engineer. Product's quality is very important to me. So I say I want to buy these two products. But this lady and gentleman say, well, I just talked to you. I didn't know you want to buy for me. Then can you please come to Malaysia? Huh? I want to get these two products. I need to go to Malaysia. Okay. Then I spend my time. I travel to Malaysia and pick up these two products. Now, one more thing is when I have these two products, one of the product, the skincare 6, I give it to my wife to try. Okay, I say why not? Why not you try it and you let me know? So the Himohin, because I tell myself if I really want to look into these pieces, then in that case, because when they explain to me, Himohin when you take, you can generate a lot of energy. You will not get tired easily. Of course, it boosts the immune system, make the blood circulation, blah, blah, blah. So I said, okay, in the first place, I need to try myself. I need to make myself more energetic, okay, in order to do this business. So I tried for 1 week. And I also give half of this Himohin to my another friend, who have a sleeping problem. Nose have some problem, almost lead to the nose cancer. So I said, hey, why not you try this and let me know? So after a week, I feel myself, wow, nearly very good. It's nearly, I'm more energy. Then I also asked my wife, hey, how about the skincare? Then my wife asked me a question, how much you pay for this? Well, I say about 200 plus Singapore dollars. So cheap, 6 pieces. Because my wife used to buy from other brand, Then my wife asked me, are you going to look into this business? I say, yeah. I think since you say it's very good, why not? Let me try to understand what is this company, okay? At that time, I still do not have a complete information. So my wife will say, well, if you want to do this business, okay, I will give you a full support. That time, I already semi-retired. My wife know, okay? And my wife still working for people because my wife more younger, okay, by 6 years, okay. So then okay, I will try. Then I asked my friend who have a nose problem. I say, hey, how do you feel? Wow, Mr. Tan, the only first thing I feel, I can sleep well. Last time I sleeping, I got problem because always blocking. So I say, wow, such a good product. Then I want to get to know more, okay? Because as you know, Himohin and skincare products almost 40 to 45% of the total volume, okay? So I told my friends, the guy from Malaysia, I say, hey, why not we travel to, Korea? Okay, travel to Korea. We take a look because I'm a factory trained. Because at that time, during the talk, first meeting, they will tell me, oh, this is Koma, Korea, and very good factory. I say, well, I need to go and take a look, okay? So 2013, January, 8 to 13, 5 days, okay? So we travel to Korea. Few of us, we travel to Korea. And it's lucky that during the times, Miss Park, who is now the Imperial Master, that time he was promoted to Crown Master. And there is a ceremony, right? So she was the first Crown Master promoted, okay, during the time. And as you know, Atomy started 2009. So 2009 to 2012, she spent almost 3 to 4 years and, to become a Crown Master. So there's a ceremony because I attended, it's lucky that I attended the 2 days, 1 night Success Academic in Korea. Then I saw the ceremony. Wow, my goodness. He received a cash award. Singapore dollars, $350,000. Wow. such a good income.
Thank you, Mr. Tan. We're just going to go on a quick break. We'll be right back.
If you really want to success in Atomy, just follow the Atomy success system. One day seminar, success academy, the center activity. Yeah.
You, who are passionate anytime, anywhere. If you want unchanging beauty, if you dream of an unchanging reputation, it's right here. Atomy Skincare System, the Fame. Because beauty always begins with a solid foundation. Loved worldwide beyond Korea, the Fame. There's a reason to be loved by so many people. With 10 years worth of technology, with a new material to lead a new myth. Protect your skin with honor. Unalterable, everlasting beauty. Atomy Skincare System, the Fame.
Wanted to give you the world. Fresh. Hyper. Silky hydration.
Hydra Capture Microcapsule, Ultra Multivital, Beauty Power Advanced, Flower Water Base, Hyaluron Moisture.
All of this means awesome.
NutriCapsule Essence, Super Dual Step, Brightening Skin Boosting.
Yeah, awesome. Just awesome. But it's too long to say all this. Atomy Hydra Brightening Skincare. Hydra for moisturizing, brightening for lighter skin. Atomy Hydra Brightening Skincare Set. Your skin full of hydration and extra brightness. This will be your new favorite item.
Welcome back to Get to Know. We're just going to be continuing our conversation with Sharon Master Tan Cheng Hock.
And I asked myself, I work for people for 35 years. Do I save 35,000 Singapore dollar? No, the answer is no. Then in this case, how can he just, join this business? And within 4 years, he earned this income. Then after the ceremony, I was approached her and I asked her, hey, how do you start your business, And I also asked her background. And he was not the so-called beautician or marketing director, blah, 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 just an ordinary lady, And I said, can you show me your income? So when she opened the computer, my goodness, there are so many numbers, and Korean dollars and Singapore dollar is different by, 850, very, very, a lot of number. So I calculated, oh my goodness, 1 month you can earn about 80 to 100,000 dollars, Singapore dollars per month. Besides, you get this reward. So I asked myself, how do you do it? So he said, very simple. Okay, I opened a restaurant, so I got a lot of customer. But at that time, the restaurant he closed, Then he joined Atomy. But before that, he said, well, a lot of customer asked me, wow, Miss Pat, you had Cheng, what product you use? Then he said, I do a simple thing. Okay, I'm using this skincare 6. Do you want to try? I said, so simple. And within 30 days, if you use no good, you can return. Money back guarantee, because a company emphasize absolute quality, absolute pricing. Oh, I say so simple. So in this case, when I go back to Singapore, I think I want to try. Okay, that was 2013. That times I also listened to Mr. Pat's speech. They have a plan to open the Southeast Asia. When I say Asia Pacific, mean Taiwan, Malaysia, Singapore. Well, I say, well, in that case, maybe this is an opportunity. Okay. So of course, I visited the factory, right? During my visit, I visited the factory. Wow, this factory, nearly the standard is a world-class standard, and they also OEM for other branded, products, like Japanese brand, Why I say, wow, this factory can produce such a good quality. So the product, of course, go without saying. Then at that time, I say, well, I want to buy a lipstick. Then, by the way, when I look at the lipstick, the structure and everything, it seems like one of the Japanese brand, the brand, almost the same, structure the same. So at that time, I pay for $15 for Atomy. Because I was an engineer, I never go to supermarket to check the price, Mostly it's my wife doing the job. So I think I also buy the toothbrush. So I came back, the first thing I do is I went to the so-called supermarket, one of the Japanese brand, shop. I say, hey, I want to buy this lipstick. Do you have this? Yes, we have. I say, can you show me? So they bring out this Japanese brand. Wow, almost the same. Only the logo is different, Atomy, of course, branded with Atomy logo. And, Japanese brand, they branded their own brand. I say, how much? $45. I say, my goodness. Atomy, only $15. You, $45. Then, of course...
Triple the price.
Triple the price. Of course, for the guy to buy lipstick, very funny, right? So I said, well, because I go online to buy this, but then the color I need to, I give an excuse for myself, I say the color I need to check with my wife. So I run away, $45. My goodness. So when the second visit, actually Mr. Park explained to us, he said, the important thing is because, the Japanese brand or the popular brand, they have a beautician, they are not open 24 hours, okay? So they have a shop, they pay for the shop. They also pay for advertising, advertisement in newspaper, TV program or blah, 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 blah. All this, who pay for it? Consumer. But Atomy, we don't pay with all these costs. You straight away, when you buy from us, from the factory, go to the warehouse will go to you, You go online and buy. So they will shortcut everything, and consumer don't have to pay everything. That's why I $15, they $45. I said, my goodness. In this case, if I'm a consumer, I buy, in the first place, don't think about, I can make a lot of money. Because as a consumer, save money means you're okay, right? Anyway, you still need to use. And I also went to the supermarket to check the toothbrush and toothpaste pricing. Oh my goodness. But in Singapore, we say one piece of toothbrush is $1.50, But I went to the supermarket, the average quality of the toothbrush, minimum $3, double the price. I say, my goodness. So the toothbrush is the most easier to do the business. So in that case, I try to list down all my good friends, the name. At that time, 2013, the company haven't started in Singapore. Atomy, Singapore, open ceremony is 2015 March. Okay, 2015 March. So in this case, I say, well, let me talk to my friends, okay? So when I call my friends, he say, hey, Mr. Tan, long time no see, what are you doing? I say, don't ask me, what are you doing? So my advice to a newcomer maybe say, when you talk to people, don't try to explain very detail about Atomy to phone. Perhaps, sit down, have a coffee, then in front, face to face, much more easier. Because when to phone, if you explain, they straight away link to the MLM, because they are not clear. So their mindset straight away change, very negative. When you say this week you got time, no, this week got no time. Even next year also got no time, So very, very negative. So I say, well, why not we have a coffee and then we talk about it. So
so don't explain the company at all, just invite them.
Correct. Because when you explain, it very truthful, very difficult, And once they misunderstanding, very hard to come back again. And straight away their mindset change. Oh, this MLM company, in the society, in the many other MLM, but Atomy is much different from other MLM. But very hard to explain, So they straight away say, oh, this MLM. So the mindset, change. So I say, well, sit down. So he say, hey, I ask you, what are you doing? I say, well, in the first place, can I ask you a simple question? You brush your teeth this morning? Well, stupid questions. Out of 10, 7 of them scolded me. Of course, I brush my teeth. Oh, very good. Because you brush your teeth, I'm marketing this toothbrush. Frankly speaking, why I use a toothbrush to market is because in a lot of MLM, their product is very expensive. And they are mostly on the health food product, supplement, And it's not a few dollars. You're talking about 100, 200 Singapore dollars. So I say toothbrush. Then I try to simple explanation about toothbrush. Then, of course, I did not tell them the price. What do you think after I explain to you about this? How much do you think is you? A lot of people guess, oh, $5, $6. I say, no, $1.50. Huh? $1.50? Oh, I want to buy from you. I say, excuse me, you buy one piece. Why not you do this way? When I go to internet, I buy is by box, okay? So why not? If you want the one piece for yourself, maybe I give you as a friend, as a gift. But if you want to really buy for your family, I think you should buy one box because a family of 4, like husband and wife, the children, sometimes the parents stay with you, minimum 4 people, and one box of egg, at least you can help them, right? They still need to change. So this is what I'm doing, okay? So after a few days, I check with them. I say, hey, how about that? Do you want to have a coffee? Oh, Mr. Tan, your toothpaste, very good. Can I order from you? By the way, because at times Singapore haven't set up the business. So we need to order through so-called courier. So then, Singapore have a so-called health sign authority. Everything you go through the custom, you need to check. They need to approve. Right? So at times, Is
it a very strict system?
Yeah, very strict system in Singapore. Yeah. So anyway, because the order getting more and more, so I have no choice. So before that, as I say, I have one company doing the website design. That's my own company. So okay, I use this company to apply the the license, product license, simple product license, but it's not so expensive. But with that license, I try to import. Try to buy and then get some products. Not in the one container, but maybe one big box and one carton, and then just to start from there.
This was before the branch even opened.
Yeah, that's right. So actually, 2013, I was in Korea for about 7 or 8 times. And because Mr. Park say one thing, when you want to start a business, in the first place, you yourself must understand what is Atomy, okay? So in order to understand what is Atomy, perhaps you need to attend the seminar. Amazing. Where
So you went to Korea seminar
7 times.
Every second month.
Yeah, almost. 3 months, maybe 2 times, 1 times, Total 2013, about 7 times. And of course, I went there also because to pick up some of the products, and also to bring some of my so-called business partner or my good friends who want to know more, then they can attend the seminar. And meantime, we also enjoy a scenery in Korea. Some of the people never visit Korea before. We say, hey, why not take the opportunity? Besides, you visit the factory, attend seminar. Well, you have a time of 1 or 2 days, then we can, bring you to the Korea, sightseeing, So, and then also another thing is because of we hand carry bag, so we save a lot of transportation costs, You know when you
Very
ship.
practical.
Yeah. So the cost saving almost it's not a few $1,000s, a few $100s, but that is almost cover 50% of your the package, the tour, right? So a lot of people I bring a lot of people there. So because I told them particularly myself why 2013 my two friends talked to me in December 2012 and I decided to go because in the first place, if I myself don't see the factory, I myself don't talk to Mr. Park about the business concept, okay, to understand the boss thinking, how can we continue with the business, although it's the internet business. And also important thing is I myself also try the products, yeah. So this is how I started the business, okay. And of course, unfortunately, 2014, at that time we registered member is in Korea. So in Korea. So when we receive a commission, wow, my goodness, they deduct our income tax. They tax us. So actually, when we receive the bonus, it's only minus 21%. We only get 79%. So I told all my business partner, be patient. When come to Singapore, well, will be better. Will be better because different country have different tax features. We cannot escape the tax. And 2014, the company say, well, we're going to start the business in Southeast Asia. Well, be patient and all stop cannot register member in Korea. So 2014, well, frankly speaking, because I went to Korea 2013 for 7 or 8 times, I very strongly believe this is a very good company, particularly Mr. Park culture, the company culture, operating principle, with the boss business operating such a good operating principle, and the boss so-called emphasize on absolute quality, absolute price. With this, I believe if this is a consumer business and online business is a trend, sure, if I spend the effort and time, I will grow. So in fact, 2014, I spent almost a year. I achieved Sharon rules, in 2014. And the end of the 2013 and 2014, because the company stopped, cannot register. So I wait for the company to open in 2015. So Taiwan opened in 2014, beginning, So Taiwan started first, and Singapore is 2015. And also another thing is because I also expand my business to Malaysia. So and then Malaysia, only open 2016, so-called the end of 2016. So I have to, our this marketing plan is binary system. So we leg strongly. So we have to balance, okay? So 2016, I wait and be patient. I wait until 2016 November when Malaysia opened. So 2017, I travel to Malaysia quite often. And 2018 beginning of 2018, I achieved this so-called leadership, leadership club. Qualified for this until now. So I should say 2017, 2018, 2019, Now it's 2020. So I say 2018, 2019, my income is almost every year is about 20% increase, you know. And then I look at this year. So because my wife is an accountant, so income tax my wife is handling and expenses. So my wife will say, hey, look like 2020, this COVID-19, you know, COVID-19 start from February, March, you know, like we cannot travel. Hey, our income not affected. I say, is it true? Right there, I look at it. Oh my goodness. Compared with 2019, my income almost increased by almost 20% or 15%. I say, wow, not affected, you know, because no matter how, household product you still need to use, you know, like the, you know, shampoo, you know, and so-called the toothpaste, toothbrush, you know, this detergent, all this, you know, household product. So not affected. So that's why I tell a lot of my newcomer, well, in the first place, like what Mr. Park said, how you define the success in Atomy. Well, Mr. Park used to tell us that success in Atomy, very simple. You must always to be an auto sales master. Okay, that's why you call success in Atomy. And then how to become an auto sales master? You must have left and right. You have an auto consumer, you know. Auto consumer meanings they like the products, they finish, they will repeat, you know. They will repeat by itself, by herself, and just go online, you know. Anyway, membership is free. Everything is free. So I introduced to a friend. I don't feel guilty, you know. Hey, just join member, you know. Go to the internet, you know, and if you have any problem, I will guide you, you know. And now, because Singapore also opened about 2015, we have, you know, so-called center, you know. If anything, perhaps you can go to center for help, or I can help you personally, you know. Yeah, you can pick out the products, blah, blah, blah. And then also, another thing, my advice to the business builder, if you really want to success in Atomy, just follow the Atomy success system, okay? When I say success system, it means 1 day seminar, success academy, you know, the center activity. Yeah. Now, of course, you cannot physically attend the meeting, but you should join the Zoom meeting, you know, and try your best to understand Atomy if you really want to grow this as a business. But if you yourself in the first place not becomes an auto consumer, how can you share with people? We are not selling the product. When we use the product, we have a lot of feeling. So we are sharing our feeling about this product. You know, of course, start with a good friend, you know. We always share good thing with a good friend, you know, right? When you see the good movie, hey, this good movie is good, very good. Why not you go and, you know, watch this movie? By the way, the movie theater maybe give you commission. Right? And then you go to the supermarket. Hey, now coming to lunchtime, you know, sorry, Singapore is a lunchtime. Hey, the downstairs, you know, supermarket is selling fried chicken. Very cheap, you know. I bought one. So my friend, my neighbor go and buy. Nothing to do with me. The supermarket never give me point value. So
Never give you commission, never give you fee.
of course. So even as a good consumer, you share with people, you can earn some, you know, business point, and then from business you exchange for the cash. You know, we have a left and right? So this is how I share with people, right? So one good my another advice is this business is a human relationship. You need to build a very good relationship with your business partner. Okay. When I say build relationship, meanings at the beginning to guide them, you know, and you know, to teach them and blah blah blah. Spend the time 3 to 6 months to guide them. If they are willing to, you know, join you, of course, one hand cannot clap you need two hands. I want to hold your hand, but you keep on hold. I don't know where's your hand. How can we grow together? So we need to grow as a team. Okay, and this is what I advise people. Okay.
Thank you for your time today, Master Tan. Thank you for joining us on our show, Get to Know. For our viewers, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. See you all next time.